Huge tier shifts have happened very recently. Your favorite starter has probably fallen prey to the insanely unforgiving tiering system already, but there are still a few that still somehow have what it takes to be relevant in competitive play. Let's go over all the starters who have survived at the highest level despite painful amounts of power creep, generation after generation. Situation in Gen 9, the Scarlet and Violet OU metagame is so bad that only 3 starters have survived as proper OU Pokémon, with our first one being Hisuian Samurott. This cheesy ass Pokemon introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus has one job and one job only: be annoying with its signature move Ceaseless Edge. This broken move first of all deals incredible amounts of damage due to being stabbed and being boosted by its ability Sharpness, which gives boost to the slicing moves such as Razor Shell and Ceaseless Edge. But more importantly, every single time this move hits the opposing Pokemon, it sets up a layer of spikes. What makes this so deadly is the fact that not only can you not stop it from spiking with Taunt, but you cannot even magic bounce the strikes with Hatterene, which takes a lot of damage from the move. The only bad thing about this move is its 90% accuracy, which if you know, you very well damn know. Every single use of this move applies offensive pressure and sets up spike, making it honestly one of the best moves ever conceived. Not only Ceaseless Edge, it has knockoff for item removal pressure, it also works hand in hand with the spikes it sets up with Ceaseless Edge, considering the item it will most likely knock off is heavy duty boots, making the opposing Pokemon really vulnerable to spikes. It can also pivot with Flip Turn and deal decent damage with sharpness boosted water stabs like Aqua Cutter or Razor Shell. It is a Swiss army knife of a Pokemon that is especially really popular on really offensive teams called Hyper Offense, as Suicide lead with a Focus Sash. One issue it does have is that its speed is really subpar for the tier. This is where the Scarf set steps in, which allows it to spam fast Ceaseless Edge or Knockoff, or fast pivoting with Flip Turn for chip damage. It is really annoying to play against Hisuian Samurott in general, because due to the existence of the Choice Scarf set in the meta, you have to play a guessing game if it will outspeed and kill you or not. Hisuian Samurott cannot be reliably switched into due to the fact that it can either set up guaranteed spikes, remove items with knockoff, or pivot. It will always make progress against the opponent with nearly everything it clicks, making it arguably the best starter right now in Gen 9 OU. Mr. Libero is unfortunately the only remaining protein guy in the tier. Greninja and very recently Meowscarada have unfortunately both fallen to the tier below, UU, leaving Ronaldo to carry forth the legacy. This Pokemon due to power creep is much more manageable now as compared to Gen 8 OU, which saw it get banned due to the unpredictability of his offensive threat, which was too much for a lower power level metagame with no generational gimmicks. Gen 9 OU is the hazard metagame. Hazard stack teams are quite popular, and in every game you see a lot more hazards than the previous generations. Removing hazards has never been harder due to Goldango blocking Defog, as Defog drops evasiveness and this procs Goldango's good as gold ability, making Defog fail. And somehow it happens to be a ghost type, meaning it can spin block too. Cinderace can flip hazards on both sides of the field with its signature move Court Change. It can come in with heavy duty boots, flip away the hazards even in face of Goldango, and then proceed to threaten it with a Pyro Ball. It can spread burn with Will-O-Wisp and also pivot with U-turn, performing its duties. Sucker Punch and Gunk Shot can help it with ghost types and fairy types respectively. Cinderace is a very useful tool for bulky offense teams, providing hazard removal, offensive pressure, as well as pivoting. Primarina has always been the best Gen 7 starter in single battles, one of the best typings in the game, Water Fairy, strong offensively and defensively on the special side. It always seems to be an underrated Pokemon that has always found usage in tournaments, even back in the day when it was UU. In Gen 9 however, it got some pretty significant buffs that gave it just enough of an edge to be OU proper. These buffs came in the form of Flip Turn, the pivoting move that even Hisuian Samurott used. Turns out having such a great defensive Pokemon that can switch into a lot of attacks, force the opposing Pokemon out and then gain momentum with Flip Turn is really good. Along with this, it also has Psychic Noise, which is one of the best moves introduced in the new generation. This move is always very valuable, blocking recovery that is very annoying to deal with, be it cancelling Roost or Recover or blocking Leftovers recovery. Assault Vest Primarina with Flip Turn pivoting is a great set. It can also Calm Mind to sweep in the endgame. This set also appreciates the addition of Psychic Noise as a move. Seeing this, you might ask, where is the monkey? Poor Rillaboom is relegated to UU now due to the word revolution and the rise of Pekarant. Rillaboom absolutely hates Moltres and Zapdos, which can absolutely ruin its day just by switching, alongside the fact that Pekarant comes in for free as well. The meta has not been kind to Rillaboom at all, and is now fighting low kicks in UU, which might be the happiest Pokemon in competitive Pokemon right now. It has received 2 more prey for it in UU, in Meowscarada and Rillaboom. It is very sad to see these iconic Pokemon being victims of power creep. Everyone remembers the day where Greninja was banned for gunk shotting, its only reliable counter, the fairies, back in Gen 6, or how Blaziken was good in Ubers in Gen 5, the Mega Charizard era, and many more starters who have left their mark. Hopefully, the next generation fares better to these Pokemon with Mega Evolution and whatnot.